That's what.
In a few short months, hopefully months, not weeks, Buffalo could see that familiar sight of snow. Local organizations are also making sure that our neighbors are ready for whatever Mother Nature throws our way this year.
Starting Friday, they are hosting a 48-hour winter giveaway on Broadway. Right now, we are joined by Lenny Lane, founder of Buffalo Fathers, and Pastor James Giles from the Back to Basics Outreach Ministries. It's so good to see you this afternoon. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us. And it's about getting ready. Winter is coming.
So
yes.
we were just, yeah, no, the face, that's how everyone's feeling about it. We were just talking in the commercial break about how you just held one of these last month. Tell us how successful that was, why this is needed.
So it's always a success in this particular area. This particular area of the city of Buffalo on Broadway between Bailey and Memorial Drive is probably one of the most neglected areas in terms of development, in terms of investment, in terms of housing, in terms of anything representing any kind of economic growth in that area. So when we are out there, listen, everything goes. I don't care if we got a toothpaste or we got cottage cheese. Everything goes, right? And so because it's that kind of community, they have that kind of need over there.
Here we are, the city is getting ready. Of course, we've been doing a lot of coverage about Common Council requesting the city's snow removal plan to be in place before November 1st. The city is getting ready because we know that there were balls dropped last year, lest 47 people would still be with us in this community. So the city is doing its part to get ready. The community is now trying to do its part to get ready. How can people be kind of awakened to this? Because we all know how harsh the winter was last year. And it almost takes that first snowfall to get people to remember, like, oh, we get snow.
And absolutely. And I think we know, Dave, that I think the snow going to awaken them, if not the cold. You know what I mean? So, but once they are awakened, we want to be there to make sure they stay warm. You know, right along with Coven Cleaners, who covers Buffalo and makes sure they warm. They have partner up with us also, but you know, at the same time, we got many partners that partner in with us because we don't want to repeat what happened last year. You know, and a lot of people probably just pass because they didn't have nothing warm to have, nothing warm to wear. So we want to make sure we provide hats, coats, blankets, you know what I mean, shoes, boots, gloves, everything they can need to stay warm in case of, you know what I mean, they lose power, in case of they can't get out of their house. And not only that, we want to make sure we provide also food boxes that we have gotten. Blizzard boxes, right, Pastor?
Blizzard boxes, yes. With F.A.T.H.E.R.S, they always partner with us to make sure that community has some kind of healthy food. And there's other groups that partner with us, Catholic Charities and other food groups, co-ops, the African Heritage Co-op. So we just we make sure that whatever it is that the community needs, we want to make sure that they have, particularly essential things. All right, we're not just talking about just grant, essential things for a living, and we're going to make sure that they have that this weekend.
And looking ahead to this weekend, it's not only a giveaway; it's about, like it says right here, prayer. A cookout. Absolutely. Why do you think that connection is so important, that engagement with the community? Because I know that is something you two are very big on.
You know, I think one of the things, and we both agree, you know, when you put food out there anyway, you build relationship with them. You know, so in event of, if anything happened, we can always go out and then talk with people. And it's a time for family to come together, because we know even during the Bills game, which is going to be they're looking for a great weekend. A lot of them families don't have anything on their table to eat like we may do. We may sit back and watch the game and cheer the Bills on, but there's a lot of families don't even have a TV. You know, may not have a microwave, may not have a stove, may not have gas, may not have electricity. And we were just talking, there's our families out on the street, living actually in hallways, living actually in the wooded areas, you know, in tents. So there's a lot of people, yes, still are homeless, and we want to make sure that we minister to them in each and every way we can.
So the prayer part of it is to offer hope to this community, that when everything's said and done, that part of it you can take with you. All right, and so we constantly in prayer for not only that particular area, but for the city of Buffalo in general, and our region in general. And we pray for the people that live here. And one thing about Buffalo we do have a giving spirit when there's
Yes.
crisis, right?
Yes.
Like none other town that I've been in, city of Buffalo will come out.
And speaking of that giving spirit, we obviously know the need is there and all of these things will be provided, but you're also looking for donations from the community too. If folks are, we are
Yes.
in that time of year now. Go into your closet, see what you need, see what you have extra,
Yes.
and maybe donate it. You guys are looking
Yeah.
for all kinds of things. What are some of the things that you're looking for?
As you said, like lightly used clothing, particularly coats and anything to prepare us for the winter, gloves, socks. We have someone that donated us a bunch of socks, to keep people's feet warm. So any of those kind of donations can come to Back to Basics Outreach Ministry at
1370
William Street. You can
Yes.
drop it off at any time. We're there from 9 to 5, and so we encourage that.
Sleeping bags. I was just telling you, we know that people need, so sleeping bags, they have sleeping bags. I know a lot of people, they do a lot of camping,
Yeah.
but they kind of need older sleeping bags that they're not using because there are more people living outside in the city of Buffalo than we may want to even know about, you know what I mean? So we'll make sleeping bags, covered blankets, pillows, you know what I mean? Anything that people can stay warm during the winter months because it's just definitely in the need.
And what's so great about this, it's 48 hours. People can go in
48
the
hours.
morning, people go in the night,
Night.
whenever they are available. We, of course, will make sure we have all of this information on our
Absolutely.
website, WIVB.com. Thank you both so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having us.
For having us.